Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Functional Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, live better. I'm your host, Chris Border, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. Let me first thank you for taking time from your busy day to listen to what I have to say. And before we get started, let me thank our sponsor, Y.E.S Fitness. Most people lose the ability to enjoy life as they age. At Y.E.S Fitness, we help people age 40 plus get fit so they can live longer and enjoy those extra years doing the things they love to do. Some quick housekeeping. If you want to get a timestamp or a transcript of today's broadcast, head on over to yesfitnessct.com. Across the top, you'll see some drop downs. Hit the podcast button and it will give you access to any one of our now 360 episodes. You can also get this broadcast wherever podcasts can be found. Why these powerful anti-aging habits are revolutionizing health in 2025. What if I told you that sitting in a hot bath or relaxing in a sauna could deliver some of the same health benefits as a moderate workout? I know we've talked about saunas before, but what about sitting in a bath? That might sound too good to be true, but new research says otherwise. Recent studies on heat therapy, including hot water immersions and sauna use, show that passive heat exposure can mimic many of the physiological effects of aerobic exercise. We're talking about real changes: improved blood pressure, stronger cardiovascular output, and a more responsive immune system. So whether your goal is to improve heart health, build resilience, support your immune system, or just add another tool to your longevity toolbox, this is something worth paying attention to. So let's take a look at what we're looking at here, okay? How heat can help you live better, feel better, and age better, especially after age 40. Let's take a look at this research. Let's study right off of this study how heat has a form of passive exercise. How can that possibly be? Researchers recently put 20 healthy adults through 3 different passive heat protocols. Now, that's not that many people. 20 is not that many, but it's a start, right? Each session lasted about 45 minutes, and participants were randomly assigned to experience each protocol over the course of 3 weeks. The first group sat in a hot water bath for 105 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. The second group used a traditional sauna at 176 degrees Fahrenheit in 3 10-minute sessions with a 5-minute cooling period or break in between each one. And the third group used an infrared sauna that gradually increased in temperature from 115 to 149 degrees over 45 minutes. Now, here what's happened. Let's take a look at this. Hot water immersion came out on top. Unbelievable. I would not have guessed this. The hot water immersion group had the most dramatic changes across cardiovascular, immune, and inflammatory markers. Blood pressure dropped by 14 millimeters of mercury. That is a big deal when you consider what most medications aim for, reductions of 5 to 10. Heart rate increased by 39 beats per minute, mimicking moderate aerobic activity. Cardiac output, that is the amount of blood the heart pumps per minute, rose by 3.7 liters. But it didn't stop there. Hot water immersion also activated the immune system. Levels of the natural killer cells and cytotoxic T cells rose significantly and stays elevated for up to 48 hours. These are the immune cells that target viruses and cancer cells. There's also a spike in interleukin 6 or IL-6, a signaling molecule that raises during exercise that may be part of the body's mechanism for boosting resilience and recovery. In contrast, the traditional sauna produced more moderate responses. Blood pressure dropped by just 4 points. Heart rate went up by 34 beats per minute. Cardiac output increased by 2 points per 2.3 liters per minute. And the far infrared sauna had the mildest effects of all. So why the big difference? Why hot water works so well? It comes down to core body temperature. The hot water bath raised core temperature by over 2 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a full degree more than the sauna. And it's because the water transfers heat more efficiently than air. That rapid heat transfer creates a stronger internal response, more sweating, more heart pumping, more physiological change. So if you're looking to replicate the cardiovascular and immune benefits of a workout without actually working out, hot water immersion can be the most accessible and effective method. Now, let's be clear. I'm not saying skip your workouts and just take a bath. But if you're sore, injured, stressed, or simply looking for a way to enhance your health without adding more strain, this is a powerful tool. And if you're over 40, this becomes even more important. How heat exposure helps you over 40. As you get older, our ability to tolerate physical stresses decreases. Recovery takes longer. Our cardiovascular system becomes less efficient. Inflammation tends to rise. Our immune function begins to weaken. All of these things contribute to what we call functional decline, the slow erosion of your body to live life on your terms. But regular heat exposure can fight back. It boosts your heart rate variability, a marker of automatic nervous system balance. It supports better blood pressure control and improves the elasticity of your blood vessels. It increases the production of heat shock proteins, special molecules that protect your cells from damage and support protein repair. And it even increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or NDNF. BDNF, where are you, ND? BDNF, ND for Notre Dame, which is associated with better brain function and reduction of risk of cardiovascular decline. So this is not just about relaxation or comfort. This is about building resilience at a cellular level. One of the most exciting findings from this study was the activation of immune cells. People think about boosting immunity with supplements or sleep. But heat is another way to keep your immune system sharp. The hot water group saw increase in natural killer cells and the cytotoxic T cells, which are the body's primary defense against viruses and cancer. These effects lasted for nearly 2 days after the bath. 2 days. That means regular exposure could support long-term immune health, especially during the winter months and after a tough training cycle. It also gives you a non-invasive strategy for keeping your immune system alert without relying on pharmaceuticals. Well, what about saunas? That's what I have. I have a sauna. I don't have a hot tub. I have a sauna. And let's be fair to saunas here. Traditional Finnish saunas have a long track record of health benefits, including reduction in cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, and all-cause mortality. The only reason this study showed milder effects from sauna was the protocol. 10-minute sessions separated by cooling breaks do not elevate core temperatures much. If you stay in a sauna for 20 to 30 minutes at around 186 degrees Fahrenheit, like I do, you will get significant benefits. In fact, traditional saunas used 2 to 5 times per week have been associated with 40 to 60% reduction in heart disease risk. That is enormous. So while the hot tub may have won the round in terms of physiological intensity, the sauna is still a stronger player, especially if you use it regularly at the right temperature. This study confirms that something we have been saying for years at Y.E.S Fitness. There's more than one way to build a strong, resilient body. Exercise is essential, no doubt. Not telling you not to exercise. But smart recovery tools are just as important, especially as we get older. Whether it's a hot tub in your backyard, a local spa with a traditional sauna, or just a quiet bath in your own home, taking time to raise core temperature can yield real health benefits. It improves your cardiovascular function, it supports your immune system, it boosts your mood, your brain, and it can help you feel more relaxed and restored. You do not need expensive equipment or complicated protocols. You just need to get hot and stay hot for long enough to trigger those internal changes. So, here is your challenge for the week. Add 1 session of heat therapy to your routine. Try a hot bath for 40 minutes. Hard to keep your bath hot in your own bathtub, right? Or find a sauna. Sit in it for 20 minutes. Then pay attention to how you feel over the next day or two. Your body just might thank you. As always, thanks for tuning into the Y.E.S Functional Longevity Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend. And if you're ready to take the next step in your health journey, come visit us at Y.E.S Fitness in Burlington. And if you don't live in the area, give us a call because we train people all over the world. We're here to help you move better, feel better, and live better at any age. Until next time, stay strong, stay well. And I'll see you in a week with more information on how to get fit, feel younger, live better. Thanks for watching.